guys, I'm not sure I'm going to keep any of these broadcasts up because just now when I was doing the live, a phone call came in and it knocked off the camera and the mic. And both items said they were still working, but you guys couldn't hear me anymore. So let the few people that were in that live event come back in, and then we'll finish it up and go from there. I wanted to ask you guys something, anyways, my diehards. So let me wait for a few minutes, okay? No, 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 no. Hey, Stacy. I don't think you were in that prior live, right? I was in a live, and somebody called in, probably a solicitor, some number I don't know, and I stopped the phone call, but it knocked out the camera and the microphone. Thanks, Shanice. Thanks, Diane. Thanks, guys, for coming back. All right. So I was talking about, I don't know if I'm going to leave these live events up. I can't stand leaving live events up that I do on my phone because it seems so unprofessional. It just doesn't go with what I like for my page. But I wanted to ask you guys something before I end this live. But let me get back into the conversation we were having. So I was telling you guys about the parents in the school system. They get so pissy whenever the school has to cancel classes, and a bunch of districts canceled classes because of the tropical storm that came through. They don't know what kind of damage that thing did. So they're all on the Ring Doorbell app talking about, we've had worse storms than this before. Okay, whatever. We've never had a tropical storm before. You know, it started off as a really big, bad, ferocious hurricane. It broke up over land and stuff. Thank God it didn't hit us as a 4. Can you imagine if that thing was coming to us as a category 4 hurricane and didn't have to go through all these land masses and stuff? And what happened to the land masses that it went through before it came to us? The people who took the brunt of it, Mexico and Baja California and the other parts before it came to Fontana, California. Let's not get it twisted. We got away very easy with this, and through the prayers and preparation and everything else, you know what I mean? It's like, no, people were so ungrateful. Hi, Rob. Rob, long time no see. Well, you know, I see you on Facebook every day, but long time no see over here. How you doing? Yeah, so I'm really kind of complaining about these parents that are pissed off because the school closed classes for one damn day. One day. You guys know I was having a big fight with Jada yesterday because she wanted to go to work. She wanted to go work at the restaurant where they do the drag shows, and she's the one that, you know, takes care of the queens in between the acts and so on and so on. I'm like, these queens are going to have to do it without you, because by the time you go over there, it's not raining right now, but by the time you come back, the storm is going to be here, and you could encounter a washed out road. We have a lot of washed out roads here in Fontana, and they say, don't drown, turn around. If you see a big body of water, turn the hell around, because you could get caught up in that mess pretty quickly. I'm so glad we're okay too, Stacy. I stay grateful, you know, but I don't like the people, like the parents over here that's bitching and complaining about the fact that classes are canceled, especially in the city of Colton. Colton took a hard hit. That's like 5 miles away from me, over near where we used to have the shop. And there's something over there. I don't know what it is. It probably is a hill or something, a hillside, because it looks like the water was running under a bridge. It's not like a freeway, but like a bridge or something. That's always dry. But no, there was raging water coming like a flash flood. Well, not like a flash flood. It was a flash flood. All night, the stuff went off on the phone saying, dangerous situation, do not leave your house, only if you're fleeing a certain location, blah, blah, blah. Do not go through any bodies of water. Don't drown, turn around. All night that shit was going off. I'm telling you, Stacy, they have to go assess the damage in these schools before they put them picnic back in the school. These parents are trifling. They don't never want, I don't understand most parents, because a lot of parents are like this. It's not all, but it's a lot of them. They kill themselves to have a kid, right? They'll take injections. They'll force their eggs, ovaries to drop eggs. They'll take the egg out, fertilize it, do that, put it in a petri dish, plant it back in them. They finally have the picnic, right? They finally have the baby. The minute the first Mother's Day come, they enjoy the first Mother's Day. Oh, my new mom, look at me. Give me gifts. I'm a new mom. And after that, they want to be away from the kid when Mother's Day come. Oh, I want to go to the spa. I need a break this Mother's Day. Child Mother's Day, I want to be here with my family, with my kids, cooking for them and treating them right. Because they treat me right back. And especially for my birthday. Now, my birthday, I don't want to be cooking if I don't want to cook the thing I want to cook. You know what I mean? And I didn't think it was going to be worth it, Rob, for Jada to be in that much danger, because I don't think the people who, what do you call it, book the show or whatever, or the people who were going to come to the show, I don't think they were going to show up. People were in lines buying water, gas, and food. You know what I mean? So, but we had to, she 27 years old, but we had to set our foot down. Yesterday, me and Joe had to band together. We haven't had to band together as a husband and wife, mom and dad team for a long time against these kids. But we had to band together. Her brother had to call her. I'm like, girl, stop. So yeah, these parents are pissing me off. The ones that are complaining through the app and stuff. It's through the Ring app. Ring app gets a lot of alert. They're complaining about, oh, we've had worse storms than this before. What's the big deal? That's the same thing they said about coronavirus, right? Oh, we've had viruses come through before. Okay, not like this one. A lot of people got damaged throughout the storm. Some people lost their lives. And I'm very, very mindful and grateful for the land masses that it hit first before it hit us. Because if it didn't have nowhere to hit first, like Mexico and Baja and San Diego and all them places, child, it would have hit Fontana real bad. We had to go over there and dig trenches in the backyard. Jory called, Mommy, there's water coming up in the sunroom. I said, go dig a trench. Your dad over here digging trenches, go dig. So he dug a trench. They're never satisfied, right, Diane? As a mom, when I was raising my kids, I was happy when school was out. Not because I got to sleep late or not like that, but because I got to spend time with I loved spending time with my kids. I wanted my kids. And when I tell you guys I don't care no more no damn kids, all that means is that I don't want to babysit. I'm burned out. I raised my 3 kids. I enjoy them thoroughly, and I don't want them to have no grandkids and come put them on me and just go, okay, we have to go to work, so no, you're the babysitter. No, that's not for me. And I'm very honest when something's not. I don't pretend. I'm not the great pretender where I'm going to be here hurting and I'm not going to friggin' speak up and tell you I'm hurting mentally or physically. The hell no. Yeah, I've experienced one in 1978, but there's a lot of tropical storms, you know, but one big hurricane, Hurricane Greta, Greta, and never forget their names. When they come for you, you never forget their names. Hurricane Greta. They need to take a chill pill, right, Rob? It's like these parents are horrible. They don't really want to spend time with their kids. The first opportunity they get to be away from the kids, they run away. Let's talk about a YouTuber, the Jacksons of Atlanta. I was going to say Georgia, the Jacksons of Atlanta. This girl, I don't think this girl is no more than 25. I could be wrong. She has 5 kids in 4 years, 2 sets of twins and 1 single birth. From reading the chat, it seems like the single birth started off as a twin, but 1 died in utero. I don't know if that's true, but that's what I read somebody said. I read that somebody said in the chat. She's pregnant again, her 4th pregnancy. And they're kind of teasing around in their videos, acting like it could be twins again. I'm not sure if that's true. But her belly is huge. 2 kids age 4, 2 kids age 2, and 1 kid age 1. I don't see how she gets time to spend with all 5 kids that little. Because kids, when they're that small, they need a lot of attention. Not just changing the diapers or potty training or feeding them, but absolutely just holding them. You know, they need a lot of attention. And yes, they have a built-in nanny or whatever. I've seen the girl from time to time. But it's like, how do you spend time with that many kids and not go crazy? You know? And honestly, one of the kids she said is on the spectrum. I think a couple of them are on the spectrum. That's just me looking in. I don't know. I'm not no doctor, okay? But I'm not with that. Having kids just to do YouTube. I'd rather get a brand new puppy and do videos with the puppy. Yeah, so these parents are complaining. Of course, Jory is a teacher's assistant or a teacher's aide. He's on his way to becoming a full-fledged teacher. And he goes, Mommy, the parents are the worst. He goes, the kids are actually okay. The parents are the worst. Thank God I didn't used to be that type of parent. I always assisted the teacher any way I could. I'm like, oh, you want me to show up and cut out little hearts because it's Valentine's? Yeah, I'll show up and cut up little hearts. Sit there in the corner off all by myself. Jada, Jory, Joshua, whoever's in the class better not act up because I'm going to spank them right in front of their friends. Just because I'm there don't mean you won't act up. You better listen to that teacher And I stay over there and I cut things out, paste things, glue things, whatever the hell she needed. I would leave my job at the factory, at our business, to go and help the teacher. Oh, you're going on a field trip? And of course, all the parents want to go on the field trip. Oh, we want to go with our kid. Well, I was always in on the field trips. Why? Because I was that one parent that went in and helped do all the grunge work. I'm there for the sucky field trips, the one where they have to walk down to the library or down to the center to practice for the Christmas pageant or whatever. I'm there for those sucky ones where we're walking in the cold and the heat and keeping their kids under control. There was a time, hi Ascari, we did it, right? We did it. I told you we were going to do it. There was a time when I think it was me. Yeah. There was two different field trips. One was Joe and one was me. So we went on a field trip with the kids. They were probably in junior high, like maybe 7th grade. And my friend Harriet had a son that was in class with Joshua. And Harriet went on the field trip too. But Harriet wasn't about the shits. She didn't want to watch the kids. She just was there for her son. She was an older mom. And so, and I consider myself to be an older mom because I had Joshua when I was almost 23, but Harriet probably had this kid when she was 37. So she was an older mom. So we went to a place where they would take us on tours, like seeing some animals. It wasn't a zoo though. It was just some weird place in the desert. And when my group got back to where the docent, took us back to the lunch tables, because different groups came back at different times. So my group got back earlier than the teacher that I went with, other than the other groups. And when I got back, there was another group there from one of the other teachers. One of the teachers I don't know, by the way, so I don't know these kids, but they were from our school. And they were acting out. They were trashing the place. And it was just me that got back with them because I don't know where that other parent was. So then Harriet had gotten back with me. Child, I don't know where I got it from, but I just screamed at those kids in that teacher's voice and got them under control and had them sit down, clean up the mess first, sit down. And by the time that teacher came back, like 20 minutes later, her heart was in her mouth. And she says, oh God, I know what I have in these kids. And I knew they were going to trash this place. But what had happened though? And I said, they were trashing the place and I took control. I hope you don't mind. Harriet didn't do nothing. She just sat there. I'm here for my kid. Forget them. But I knew they represented our school. That teacher was so grateful. And when my teacher got back, she says, oh, I know if Mrs. Greenwich got back, it was going to be all right, because she's not here for fame and glory. She's here to really assist us. You know what I mean? I think that's where Jory got it in him, that he wanted to be a teacher. See? And volunteered, right, Diane? So then Joe went on a trip to where this little kid, I think he suffered anxiety or something. I don't think he just meant to be bad. And towards the end, he went to go use the bathroom and he wouldn't come out the stall. Would not come out. They knew he was in there. They saw his little feet on the bottom and he wouldn't come out. And there was no one there to open the damn bathroom. How can you open that? That little thing turns, right? And he wouldn't open it. So Joe had to climb up top and climb down in the place and open the thing and let this boy out. He was suffering an anxiety attack. And if Joe didn't go, I don't know how they were going to open that thing, because I don't know how to climb above that thing. Yeah, we're doing good. Shanice was praying for you last night, Ascari. She said she was real worried about you because she suffers with anxiety too, right? There was another trip that happened where this little girl was dating one of the boys. This was a high school trip by now. And she wandered off with him and she got into a kerfuffle with him and he shoved her and he broke her arm. And they were searching for that little girl. At the end of the day, they couldn't find her because she was in the bathroom crying. She didn't know her arm was broken. And so when they found her, they got on the bus and came home. And it wasn't until she got back and went to the hospital that they found her arm was broken. The mom was so pissed. So pissed. Oh, man, those field trips used to be the days. But we're those type of parents where we used to go not to take control and, like to be a nuisance to the teacher. We were there for the teachers because we knew their jobs were hard. And they looked out for our kids. I always remember when Jada was in kindergarten and this kid was clowning her and bullying her. And Jada told her that thing from Bring It Out, Bring It Out, Bring It On, that show, that movie. And she said, that's all right. That's okay. You're going to pump my gas someday. And that kid bawled for the rest of the day because he was a wimp. You know, bullies are usually wimps. And by the end of the day, the teacher told me, please ask Jada what she told him, because I know she told him something, and she made him cry all day and I couldn't get him to stop. But I know he's been bullying her. And so I just turned a blind eye, but I need to know what she told him. And so Jada told me, I just said, that's all right. That's okay. You're going to pump my gas someday. My God, that made that kid cry. And so the teacher looked at me and going, oh, she's kind of right. I'm like, oh my God, stop. Heather, you love my little stories. They're all true, by the way. They're not exaggerated. They're all true. So that was Jada in kindergarten. And then Jada in first grade, another kid was bullying them. But it turned out that that kid didn't want to be a bully. He was a big teddy bear. I think he just wanted to be with the girls, and he just wanted to run with them and play with them. And he might have been sweet on a couple of them in first grade. I don't think he's still a sweet kid. Now, when we see him around town, he's a sweet kid. But Jada and two of her friends, we call it double bank. They double banked him. They beat his ass. Hi, cousin Jay. We doing good. We doing good. The water didn't come up in the house, thank God, because Joe was digging them trenches. Jory did good, and we're very mindful of the fact that we dodged it. We dodged one. And, we had an earthquake yesterday, too, for the people who weren't in the thing yesterday. My God, 5.2 or 5.1 in Ojai, which is about a 2-hour drive away from me. Yeah, so when Jada had that fight, again, she didn't get in no trouble with the teacher because the teacher loved them kids. And that kid never fought with them again. He actually became their friends after that. I think he was just sweet on them. That kid wasn't a bad kid. The teachers knew me so well that one of the teachers called me when I think Joshua was in kindergarten. And she asked me to pick up a kid every day from his home and take him home every day for 6 weeks because the mom broke her foot and the mom walked him to school every day. And he lived nearby, but it wasn't safe for him to walk by himself. And I had to suffer through that for 6 weeks to go pick up somebody else's child that I didn't even know because the teacher asked me. And she trusted me. And I didn't want to do it after 4 weeks because the kid was a little shit. He was awful. The mom was his aunt that was raising him. The real mom was on drugs somewhere. So he had issues. And I just did not like picking up that kid because if I got there 1 minute late, he said, you're late. Oh, I wanted to get off that car and beat him, right? And I'm like, you're lucky. And then he go, what? What am I lucky for? I said, you're lucky I didn't get out this car. Mm-hmm. Oh, Jada been a gangster. We call Jada the Donya. Like the Don from the mafia. We call her the Donya. When she was little, we call her the Donya. Jada didn't take no ish. I don't know. Jada's only like 5'5". She's not super tall, but when she was a kid, she was taller than all her peers. She was way taller than all her peers, and she would lead them, sometimes not down the right path. When she got into high school and she made that little clique of friends, she said, we're going to go to Saturday school. And Jada didn't need it for her grade, nor for her what do you call the thing? For her being there, for her attendance. She didn't need it for attendance nor her grade. But she liked Saturday school because they would go in and they would go in the recording studio. Of course, that's up Jada's alley. And so she would tell the boys in the group, we're going to Saturday school. And they're like, we don't want to wake up. And goes, you're going. And I go, oh God, the Donya has spoken. And they would all go and they would thoroughly enjoy it and they would get extra credit. Yeah, Jada's like 5'5". She's not super tall, but she would bully people. She's the Donya. She would tell them what they was going to do. She tried to bully us yesterday. I'm going to go. I'm fine. You guys are stressing over nothing. There's not even no rain. I'm like, you're not going. You're going to be swept away in some body of water. No, we want you to live. I told her what my grandmother used to tell me when I wanted to go places with the neighbor across the street because he was taking the whole damn neighborhood. And I wanted to go. And she said, no, darling, I want to see your pretty little face. I want you to grow up to be strong and smart. I don't want you to go off with them and then you die in some ravine somewhere because he can't watch all of you. See, Shani says she loved the stories. Oh my God. Yeah, so we started off talking about these parents. They work so hard to have these kids. A lot of people don't get pregnant like that. Some people do, but a lot of people, it seems like more people have difficulty getting pregnant than not, right? So they go through a lot to have these kids. And the minute these kids get to be 3, 4, 5 years old and they don't have them in the baby stage no more where they can, they dress them up and let them look cute and, be cute and stuff, they don't like them no more. And they don't want them home with them. Go to school. Why did they cancel classes? Well, I'm like, oh my God. That's why they opened up the school so early during Corona, and Jory got the damn virus and gave it to me and Joe, because these parents, they push the issue. Heather, you were there. Heather, you were there. We went with that girl every weekend, didn't we? We know Heather from the beach, guys. Heather, how's it going over there where you live? Heather's in Hawaii. We've been watching that and praying for you guys over there. Jada said, Mommy, I feel like it's end times. And I said, it started with California because we had the hurricane and the earthquake. And she says, no, it started with Hawaii. And I go, why? God, why you want to mess up the 2 most beautiful places on earth? Why? She gets it from, she's coming right now too. We have to stop gossiping about her. She gets it from my mom. My mom was flighty. My mom would go to parties, and my Aunt Grace, her Aunt Grace, didn't want her to go to parties. And my mom would be over there shimmying her shoulder, and then she would forget and go in the damn window and shimmy her shoulder in the window because, she was a whole exhibitionist. And that's when she would get busted. Aunt Grace would be right there watching her because the party was right next door. And she would do this. Come home. You're doing too much. You're over there shimmying your shoulder. Heather says, I'm in the destruction of it, but I'm trying to help as much as and Heather, I knew that. Heather is always about helping. They're going to need help later on too. But other than that, it's beautiful here in Oahu. Well, we're going to have to donate money or something because we can't donate anything else, right? Heather was over there selling her artwork when Jada was at the beach. And Heather sings too. Heather, Ida, the palm reader, is still over there. I went to see her when I went the other day, and she was having a lot of trouble with family issues. Like, one friend needed to have her leg cut off because of illness. I think that was a sister-in-law, her brother's wife. And then another person needed to go see the doctor right away because she was sick bad and didn't know what she was sick with. And then the grandkid had an ear infection. Okay, so there's something going on at the train station in Fontana. There's 10 cop cars over there at the Metrolink. What the hell happened now? We're close enough that we could go fast, but we don't do that because what if it's a ass shooter? We don't call them mass shooter, ass shooter. The Ring doorbell the Ring doorbell gives you anxiety. Because they were doing the most. Ring was the one that told us that the school was going to be closed in Fontana. That's after I posted it. Shanice, if you see me post things on Facebook from time to time about the city of Fontana and I'm bitching, please go ahead and leave a comment or share it right away, because one of my city council members sits on the board and sits on my Facebook like two brother whale. His number was one of the numbers that disappeared from my phone. You okay, baby?
Yeah, I'm just playing next door. Your son. I saw him walking off the corner and with like a suitcase and 2 backpacks. And then he just met some old lady who got out of the car and they went inside. But no one's. Oh, your son's here. God, he's just been annoying me all week.
So he's with a cougar?
I don't know.
A cougar?
No one's there, and it looks like his little girlfriend's not there too. But it was some old lady, and they just both go in.
It's not his mom, right?
No, it doesn't look like old enough to be mom. It looks more grandma. But not. I don't know if it's Tom's mom.
Yeah, you comment your 2 cents and go, what's going on, Barbara?
Well, let me tell you about it later. My brother just came.
You comment, you say, what's going on, Barbara? Because that man looks at everything that I put out. He's over there wishing me happy birthday. he came to the door and asked for our votes, right? So I told him I already voted for somebody else, but there's 5 of us here. You'll get the next 4 votes. So he tries to do everything. Hi, Jor. So I'm not gonna say that my thing made a difference, but I sure posted about it yesterday. How they don't want to close Fontana schools, and all of a sudden the thing came through the ring. School closed. See, Jory here. School closed. I'm always putting ish out there. I put that thing about why they have the ghetto diamond on the trail where they rode the bikes. And he tries to fix things. I'm going to give him credit that when he sees me bitch about something, he tries to fix things, because he know what I told him when he came to this door. And I said, it'll take me nothing to stop voting for you and tell you that I'm not voting for you. I said, I didn't vote for you this time around because you've been in city council too long. I feel like this is becoming a thing for you. We need new blood. I tell them to their face, because that's how we used to be in Belize. When the prime minister, who was prime minister for 33 friggin' years, would come around, he went to school with my grandparents. His sister was my mom's godmother. And we still didn't vote for him. That's how we rolled. And he would come and he would go to my grandfather, because they were schoolmates. And he would say, Maurice, can I count on your vote? And he goes, no, George, I'm sorry. I don't like the way you're taking this country. And I can't vote for you, but I'm still your friend. That's what my grandpa would do. And so I tell this guy, I did not vote for you. I voted. And he goes, who did you vote for? I said, anybody that wasn't you. And he goes, well, can I convince you for the rest of the family to give me their votes? And so the rest of them voted for him. And he better do something, because we don't ask for much except safety. You know what I mean? They needed to call off school to fix everything, because them schools all up in here. I have people that are older than me that went to 4J, Fontana Middle School, Fontana Junior High. So that school older than God. They need to check all these things. What the hell happened, though? Infrastructure, So I posted that shit, and within a half hour, and I said, Fontana don't never know how to do anything right. They never make good decisions. They were the last ones to close school in COVID. They were the first ones to open school in COVID. And here we are going through a whole damn tropical storm, and they still on the fence about closing school. There's one person on the school board that I know that she's a good person, but she's only one person. They always vote against her. It's done, Anthony. Praise God. We made it. We made it. It came through as a tropical storm, but you're Belizean, so tropical storms and hurricanes are pretty serious. I hate to say thank God it went through a lot of land mass before it hit us in Fontana, because the land masses that it went through had people living in it, and these people are devastated. You know what I mean? But when it hit us, we were able to weather it. Thank God. Thank God. So now, in my last live event, we went off the beaten path, and we talked about some policy. I forget what the hell we talked about who's gonna flip in the Georgia indictments, because we think out of the 18 people, there's a couple of people that are gonna flip right away. And I wrote your names down. If you said Rudy was gonna flip, I kind of feel in my heart it's Rudy that's gonna flip too. But I really feel like we can't bypass John Eastman or Kenneth Cheesebro. I don't think we can bypass them too, because these charges are serious. Whenever you have RICO charges against you, they're serious. So now I have another little theory. Now, I don't like conspiracy theories, because people have fallen for conspiracy theories to the point that they have joined cults. So my conspiracy theories are for fun, okay? Don't take them serious, but I'm putting it out here on paper or on tape so we can come back and visit this. I think I'm going to leave this one up. I'm going to leave this live event up. I'm going to take the other one down, because that was stupid when that phone call came through. So anyways, Anthony says it's Rudy, right? A lot of people say it's Rudy. I kind of put my name down with Rudy too, but honestly, I have my eye on them too. John Eastman and Cheesebro, because I think they have a lot on them too. But Rudy's a wimp. And he knows how these RICO charges go, because he used to convict people on these RICO charges. So he knows what it's about. Yeah, I heard about that Mascari. They're going to get all of them. But listen to my little conspiracy theory. Do you guys want to hear it? Shh, you want to hear it? I think Trump is going to run I just had that feeling last week out of nowhere. So I went to Joe with it and he goes, well, he's already running. I said, no, not for office. Like run. And Joe says, well, how's he going to get away with it? Because he's famous. Everybody know who the hell he is, right? And I said, the Secret Service is going to help him. I knew a Secret Service agent. And they ain't ish. They ain't ish. They're going to, two of them are going to defect. Like, let me tell you a story when my father had the band, right? So my dad owned a band from 1972 to the end of 1981 in Belize. He didn't play any instruments in the band. My dad can play a few instruments a little bit, not really well, but he can tinker around with all the instruments. But he decided he was going to own and manage his own band because that was big money in Belize. You know, they have a lot of carnival, festival, yada, yada. So he picked, choose, and refuse all the band members, right? And because there were a lot of bands in Belize, see, Ascari had the same feeling. So we're going to come back to Trump. Hold on. So because there were a lot of bands in Belize, my dad, some band members would work for that band, but not this band. And they would develop like allegiances. Joe, could you lift your foot up and not drag your foot? It's annoying. So, like you would have, Joe, give me the name of another band beside Lord Ray-Ban. Professionals? Professional. Give me another one. Sidewinders. That was a band for real? Sidewinders? I never heard about that. Yeah. You lying. Yeah. I think he lying. Okay, so let's say the big three. They had, my dad's band was the Vibrations. They had Lord Ray-Ban, and they had Professionals. They had Glenn Wood. Glenn Wood was a band too, right? Glenn Wood was a band. Was that band called Glenn Wood? Or was he part of the Professionals? God, I don't know. Anyways, they would like, it's like a football team or a basketball team. They would trade members for the different bands because you want the best musician in your band. So you kind of coax them over to your band, whatever. So it ended up where my dad ended up with a really, really good band. If anybody is my age and you grew up in Belize, you would have known about the Vibrations, right? So there came a point when they went to Mexico to make a record. And no, they didn't make any records off of no original song. They were redoing other artists' songs from over here. So I guess they got the rights to do it, whatever. So when they went to Mexico, yeah, Glenn Wood was a band, right, Anthony? Glenn Wood was my dad's good friend too. They were good friends. We were always with the Woods. So there came a point when Boom and Shine, Boom and Shine was a band too. And Baniki Bandula, that was another band. Yeah, they were coming to me. So Vibration and Lord Ray-Ban was always fighting for the number one spot, and sometimes each would win. Joe, stop your eyes over there. He get up with it, like this people in Austin Powers making all kind of noise back there. So Vibration went to go make a record, and because they went to Mexico to make the record, my dad was the only one that spoke Spanish, right? Because we learned Spanish in school, so we know how to speak Spanish pretty decent. And so my dad did all the deal, and one of the band members, who's supposed to be like one of the good ones, he decided to defect and try to take all the band members with him. And he started to tell the band members that my dad got a lot of money up front for making the record, and he kept it all for himself, which that's his right to do that. He owns and manages the band. He owns all the instruments, and he pays you guys a friggin' salary. If he didn't want to give you a cut of the record, he didn't have to give you a cut of the record, right? So he started to spread this thing like wildfire. My dad didn't know until a new band member who played the bass. His name was, I think that guy name was Glenn. He came to my dad, nice, handsome young kid with a big afro. I remember him very vividly. He came to my dad and he told my dad what they were saying against him. And it was all these mother efforts, Bernie Panton, all these efforts that's supposed to be by his side. My mom used to think Bernie Panton was my dad's henchman that got all the hookers for him. You know what I mean? They started that shit. I think the singer, what's his name? Joe, what is the singer name? That's married to my grandmother's friend? Ernie Stillett. I don't think he was a part of the ish because my dad still remained friends with him years later. But if he wasn't a part of it and he knew, he didn't tell my dad what was going on. The bass player came and told my dad. The drummer was from the Cayman Islands. Good drummer, good singer. My dad would get people from everywhere to be in this band because he wanted the band to be the number one. And so he came and he told my dad everything they had planned against my dad, all the evil that they had planned for his befall, and how they were going to fire him and take his instruments from him and take his name, the band's name. The name was trademarked. I'm like, I wish a ninja would, right? And so what my dad did was plan to break up the band and come to America, but not tell him ish. And so he played all the bank jobs because the banks have their Christmas parties and stuff. He played all the bank jobs. And right before Christmas, the last one was played. And he told them, "You're all fired." And he left my mom with us to sell all the instruments. And he came to America and he brought the bass player with him. That was his payback. And he went to Florida where he got an apartment for us and we came a couple of weeks later. And that's how we left Belize because my dad broke up the band and screwed them all. He gave them the shaft, screwed them all over because of their mutiny that they had planned. And the one guy that was faithful, he brought him, right? So another cute story about the band. When I was 11 years old, my mom would have a birthday party for us every year from birth to 5 years. And after that, she would skip, like 1 year it's for your brother, the next year it's for you, you know, money, stuff like that. And so I started to feel less than because my mom would go to America every year in August for my birthday to go buy instruments for my dad's band. Every year they would go buy a new instrument for one of the departments in the band, right? And she would go and spend 2 weeks and she would miss my birthday. And I started to feel like I wasn't loved. And so I told my mom, because I've always been like this, I don't hurt and don't let the people around me know that I'm hurting. That's why I'm not going to suffer anxiety and depression ever in life. I speak that over myself. I'm not going to suffer that because I will come on and say, this bothers me. I told that to the priest at the church one time that I used to attend. He freaked out. So anyways, I told my mom I felt a type of way. She said, okay, I'm going to skip it this year. If I go, I'm going to go July or go September, but I'm not going to go August. My sister's birthday in July, go for her birthday. My brother's birthday in September, go for his birthday. What the hell, I don't count? She said, I'm going to give you a big ass party. She planned this big party. And if you grew up in Belize, the houses are on stilts and the houses back then didn't have no underneath, right? Now they do a lot. And you put the coconut leaves or the palm tree leaves around and you tie it around and around the house to enclose it so you can have a nice dance hall. They did all that. I invited my handful of friends. My brother invited his friends. And they had this big party for us. Well, for me. But it wasn't really for me because my mom invited all her friends. And the minute the sun set, she said, picnic, go home. You all go up in your bed. The party for the adults now. Child, they had 2 bands playing at the party, Lord Raymond and Vibration. Lord Raymond didn't bring any instruments. They would play on vibration instruments. The guys that play the wind stuff, you know, the trumpet and stuff, they brought their own because that's small to carry and you don't want people thinking in your mouth. But all the other instruments they played was for vibration. And when vibration would take a rest, Lord Raymond would play and vice versa. That was the best birthday party. They talked about it for a whole century. So coming back to Trump and the Secret Service agents, I know there's a couple of them. That is going to run with him. They're going to defect with him. Don't you think they have MAGA up in the Secret Service department too? They do. And he's not going to run the Russia. He's going to run the Saudi Arabia, where that man Ben Salman is. The man that gave Kushner $2 billion. That's where he's going to run. And you know what? The people in power are going to let him run. Because they're going to figure, oh God, we're rid of him. We don't have to deal with jailing an American president. That's his embarrassment. What do we care? And don't ask me if he's going to run away from his kids, because he will run away from his kids. You notice they're not out in public right now, right? Oh, he's going to run from his wife? That's no marriage. Child. Messengers. Santi, right? Santi owned the Messengers. Anthony, Santi's a good friend. My dad used to work for Santi's dad when he first got married to my mom back in their, younger days in the 60s. And then when we went to Florida, Santi, the one that owns, he owns Santino's, or didn't he own the Messengers, though? He was in Florida. Santi was in Florida. Santi was buying and selling things. He would buy TVs for cheap and he would send it to Belize to sell and make big money. Because, once them Belizeans have money, they know how to make money, right? And my dad would work with Santi to go to the different auctions and stuff to buy the things for cheap. And when I came to America, we had that Belize mentality where it's like, we want expensive things. We're in America now, right? If it's not expensive, it ain't worth shit. And Santi would scream and holler when he would get a TV for cheap. And I go, but he's Santi. Why does he want to have this TV for cheap, though? He's got money. And he goes, because I can sell it back and make a profit. I go, oh, crap. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. And that's how we learned how to do business right then and there. Girl, a lemon cake was the... Why you got to bring up the lemon cake? I'm over here trying to do the military diet today. Y'all know what the military... Joe,
Hey.
do I have my paper over there with the military diet? Do I have... Don't come. Wait right there. Do I have my paper over there with the military diet that I came on and showed you this morning what I'm going to eat today? Thank you, sweetie. You guys want to help me pay the light bill? Let me show you what the light bill is. Let me cover my address. That's the light bill. $539 for one effing month. And that's because I owe one that's $366 that I didn't pay yet. It's been past due since the end of July. And we are at August, 21st. I get paid today from YouTube's. And it's not enough to pay the effing bill. I get paid $444. Child, why you think I'm not doing cooking videos no more? Anybody who come in here and bitch about that, they can just unsubscribe and go away. They don't give me no money to buy food. I don't get paid well in YouTube. That's why I'm taking a class this evening at 5 o'clock. Oh my God, I'm so excited for this class. I really feel like this guy is the one that's going to tell me what I'm doing wrong. Who's Sam Cass? Who's Sam Cass? My mom was married to Denfield McNabb, owner of the Vibrations, Anthony. Santi was just a friend. Santi's dad was my dad's boss, and then Santi was my dad's boss at one point in Florida. My mom wasn't married to Santi. Santi's a good guy. He's a good guy. Okay, so the military diet. You guys know about the military diet? I'm not going to do the 3 days. I'm just doing the 1 day. I just want to shock my system off of all this damn sugar. Because that cake, Miss Lucky, that cake is wicked. That cake is wicked. Miss Lucky, thank you. Joe, Miss, I had to use all my birthday money to go buy food for this damn hurricane. Thank you to everybody who gave me cash money, though. You guys are awesome. You guys put your money where your mouth is. Is that how you go? But is that what it is? Put your money where your mouth is. I said it right.
Put your mouth where your money at.
No,
Where your mouth at.
It's money, right? Put your money where your mouth at. A lot of you gave money, and I had enough money to go buy food for this damn hurricane. Anyways, the military diet, the first day is only like 1,100 and something calories. When you go, Joe, stop bitch about being hungry.
I just ate.
What happened? You want to take stock for your mind? Don't dead. I don't know what he wait for me for, because I already tell him what I'm going to eat for lunch. I'm going to eat 1 boiled egg and 1 slice of toast for lunch. God, I'm going to die today. So breakfast was actually good. I had a slice of toast, and it's my sourdough bread that I made from scratch. And 1 tablespoon of peanut butter. They say you can have 2 tablespoons, but 2 tablespoons is too much, huh?
I don't want to make no noise with it.
Why, you going to cook? You will cook, but don't bang the pots and stuff like that, like Betty. You guys want to know who I'm talking about when I say Betty? I have a sister-in-law. I love her dearly. But whenever she went in her kitchen, she banged all the pots and pans. Thank it and tell it, please come back 20 times. I'm going to do that, Miss Lucky. So breakfast was half of a grapefruit. The grapefruit was shriveled. It was pungent. I don't think that grapefruit was really good, but it's all I had. We're going to have to go buy some more fruits. A slice of toast and 2 tablespoons of peanut butter. 2 tablespoons of peanut butter is a lot of calories. It's 190 calories. I did 1 tablespoon. I just saw a video on TikTok where the lady said peanuts and peanut butter is what causes cancer. Ave Maria. Anyway, that ish came to 300. If I ate the 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, it's 190 calories. That meal would have come to 430 calories. But because I slashed the peanut butter into 1 tablespoon, it's 378 calories that I've had so far. The next meal said eat half a can of tuna with nothing nothing, no mayonnaise, with a slice of toast. My toast is 100 and if you eat the healthy toast like Killer Dave or whatever, it's like 136 calories. But my sourdough toast is 188 calories. Why? Because I used a program to check that before a long time ago. I've had this forever. So the can of tuna, half a can of tuna is 90 calories. The toast is 188, and it's supposed to come to 278 for the calories. See, lunch is nothing, nothing, nothing. Then dinner is better. It's 518 calories, 3 ounces of beef. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do my ground turkey thing that I did, my picadillo or whatever that I did yesterday. I'm gonna eat that with 1 corn tortilla. It doesn't call for no grain, but I'm gonna put a grain in it. Lettuce, spinach, applesauce. Who the Ross want to eat that? I'll eat the applesauce if I can put some Miralax in it because I have no fiber in the rest of the meal, right? And it says 20 grapes, a cup of vanilla ice cream. I'm with the ice cream part of it. I'm with the ice cream part of it. So that's 1,126 calories. When Joe does what he likes to eat, his came to 1,123 calories. Joe ain't doing it. But because I didn't get up and cook no lunch, Joe over there acting like him hand left up in a ma. The hell? The hell? Day 2, the diet goes in 3 days and then you get off 4 days. And they say you can eat whatever you want to eat for 4 days, but honestly, if you do, you're going to gain back the 10 pounds that you're going to lose in the 3 days. This is a diet that you do when you want to fit into that dress to go to the dance or the wedding or the prom or some shit. I'm only doing day 1 because I want to shock my body off of the sugar. And then by day 2, I would have been eating less food and eating no sugar. Okay. The ice cream, the best part. And I don't have no vanilla ice cream. I only have chocolate. But the reason why they tell you vanilla is because vanilla has less calories. So since I'm not going to do the tuna and I'm going to do the egg, I'm going to save 20 calories and I'm going to get up and ride my little rowing machine right now to burn some calories so I can get onto the calories. So day 2, breakfast is a boiled egg, a slice of toast, and some grapes. Lunch is 1 ounce of cheddar cheese. You guys know I can't do this because of the cheese, a hard-boiled egg, and 5 saltine crackers. I love this lunch. I really love this lunch on this plan. It's a really nice salty lunch. Dinner is 2 ounces of ham, a cup of lettuce, a cup of spinach, half a cup of bell pepper, some grapes, and half a cup of ice cream that time. Day 2 is not bad either, you know. It's not about the size right now for me, though, Miss Lucky. It's about the sugar. I really need to break off of the sugar. I have this white spot on my leg that didn't start off as a white spot, started off as a brown spot with a little pinprick thing in it. I had them look at it before. They said it was fine. Now it's white. And when I looked it up, it said it could be like a yeast thing in your skin. Doesn't itch, doesn't burn, doesn't hurt. But I'm going to go see the doctor and show them that. You gone, Jory? You get your thing over there? Check the rest, make sure there's nothing else there for you. Nothing else? What's wrong? Oh, eating a candy? See, I'm trying to get off of sugar eating a candy. Tell Esther and Mabel I said hi. We're going to come at the pool when the pool is clean. So then the last day is that day 2 only have 700 and something calories. Day 2 only have 700 and something. What's day 2? Day 2 has 714 calories. That's nothing. That's near death. You're not supposed to work out while you're doing this plan either. But I told you guys I'm just going to do day 1. And day 1 starts out with 5 saltine crackers for breakfast, a boiled egg, and some fruit. I always put grapes by fruit, but they have other fruits you could trade out, okay? Go look on the internet. Look up the military diet and look for the supplements that you can replace the crap with. All right? Because I'm not going to eat no hot dog. One of the days called for a hot dog, 2 hot dog without the bun. I don't eat that. That's a lot of sodium. So I switch things out for egg and cheese, and I can't eat the cheese, so I switch things out for other types of meat. It's just this military diet is not from the military, and it's just about cutting your calories substantially over the course of 3 days. So when you accumulate the 3 days, you've cut your calories a lot for that week. So when you go back on the 4 days of eating, you can't even binge eat anymore because you've shrunken your stomach a little bit. And so by the time you lose all that weight, results are very motivating. So if you start off one way and you lose 7 pounds in 3 days, you're not going to want to eat crap in the next 4 days. And so you eat 4 days normally, and then you cycle on 3 days again. And a lot of people lose a lot of weight doing this. I don't know how long they sustain it. I always just do it to shock my body. And not so much for the weight loss, but just to shock my body. So then I can get off of sugar and get off of eating too big, and like that cake will go in the trash. I don't care. The hard dry cheese, like Dutch cheese, doesn't hurt my stomach. And I found out that um not mayonnaise, yogurt, Greek yogurt doesn't hurt. So Joe over there, because it's almost noon, Joe over there crying, I'm hungry, I'm hungry. I already told him I'm gonna eat a hard boiled egg with a piece of toast and drink a lot of water. Because this evening I'm gonna enjoy my dinner. And by tomorrow I'll be back to whatever we eat normally. You know what I mean? Oh, you were asking. No, the hard dry cheese don't hurt my stomach. I could eat the Dutch cheese. I could eat the Dutch cheese. Those hard ones don't hurt. The Parmesan, stuff like that. The wet ones hurt. But when Kaiser did that test with me, they found out that I could eat yogurt and I didn't have any pains. That's why they put me through the 6 weeks of pain to find out what I could and could not eat. So I'm doing all right. I'm doing it. Every now and again, I just have to get off of sugar. If that white spot on my leg is sugar related, it got to go. It got to go. But I'll make an appointment and let them check it out again. I don't take no chances. I don't want anything to be festering in me. You know what I mean? So, yeah, we're doing good. We're doing good. Did I tell you all the good stories today? So you heard the one story of how we came to America because of those trifling, backbiting ninjas that decided they wanted to fire my dad from his own band, from his own combo. They used to call it a combo back in them days. And they were going to take it over and they were going to own the name. They soon found out they couldn't even own the name because it was trademarked. Is that why? Oh, I didn't know that. Heather, thank you for that info. And when we came to America, we went to Florida first. We went to Florida first because my dad was there. He already had an apartment, and we lived in a nice apartment complex. A lot of Jamaicans were in there, a lot of Trini people, but unfortunately a lot of Cubans. And you guys know how I feel about the Cubans. The brown skin Cubans like me, adorable, the best, the nicest, the kindest, the most humble. The light skinned Cubans that are Effie's color, my cousin Effie's color, they're worse than the MAGA folks right now. They're just awful. They come from their country with all their little stupid beliefs and they want to bring it here to America, and they get into power. You know what Cuba, what they produce? You know how Belize produced sugar cane? I don't know what Belize produces now, but back in the olden days, sugar cane, whatever. A friend told me Cuba produces doctors. They send all of them to school to become doctors. And then when there's a disaster, they deploy the Cuban doctors to go help. When there was COVID, there was like 50 Cuban doctors that went to Belize to help out, right? They went to work. And thank God for that. You know, I'm not knocking that. But what they do is they send them doctors and then send the country their bill. And then when the bill comes, Cuba gets paid, and these doctors don't make no money. Poor thing. Poor thing. So, quick other story about the priest. Remember I told the priest when I didn't like something? Was going to the little Anglican church around the bend. Beautiful, lovely priest. Loved him dearly. He baptized Jada. And he had me, first he wanted me to work in the daycare. I said, no, I have little kids and I'm burnt out. I can't deal with other little kids. And if they're rude, I'm going to get in trouble because I'm going to slap them. So he didn't put me in that department because I said the truth. So then he put me in the department where I'm supposed to handle, I don't remember what they call that department. Maybe my friend Nisa can tell me because she goes to that type of church now. It's where you handle the food. Like after church is done, the people meet, you know, you have a little get together after church. It's not like a meet and greet. I don't know what they called it. But people would stay after church and they would just mingle. It's a mixer, I guess. They would mingle. And they would have like donuts and coffee or cookies and coffee, something and coffee. And back then I didn't know how to cook like I know how to cook now. I barely knew how to make a few things. So I couldn't make like my powder buns and take it there, right? That would have been the best thing. I had to go buy these things, the donuts and the cookies. And we were a young family with young kids. We didn't have much money. And so it took a bite out of my pocket. We didn't buy cookies for our kids. And then coffee, I can't stand the smell of coffee. And so I had to go put it in the thing and make it percolate. And oh God, when that smell hit you, whoo, it smelled like something burning, right? And so finally one day I snapped and I told the priest, Father Keith, I don't like this job. I just want to come to church and sit in the pew and listen to you preach. I don't want to do this. I don't like the smell of coffee. I can't afford these cookies. I don't even buy cookies for my own damn kids. Why? Why can't they just go home? They're greedy. When church is over, go home. Go cook your own damn food. I went off. I went off. Bad words and all. I just said damn. I just said damn. Why is damn a bad word? Why can't we damn somebody to hell? That shouldn't be a bad word. We should pull that out of the bad word category. They freaking like to eat too much. I swear. They wait for the communion to just eat that too, you know? When we used to go to Grandma Dorothy's church, I used to make Creole bun for the communion day. And we'd take one bread and we'd pinch it and give it out. Man, people came for that day. People came. Communion? We's going to be there for that nice bread. So anyways, the priest was like, okay, calm down. Okay, I didn't know. He's such a darling. I'm such a darling. So he got me off of that job. And after that, I didn't have no damn job to do at the church. I just showed up like the rest of the lazy folks. So another quick story. When I gave birth to Jada, there was a lady working at Kaiser that used to go to the church. She was big up in the membership at the church. I think they gave the church most of the money. They had money. Her name was Marina. And she was volunteering at Kaiser. So when I gave birth to Jada, they told me that the people who work there should never transport the baby without the bassinet, right? That's one of the rules. If you see somebody transporting a baby without the bassinet, you know they don't work there. They're there to steal your baby. So after I gave birth to her, I waited and waited and waited for her to start crying before I went to go use the bathroom, because I figured if she stopped crying abruptly, then I know somebody has her. So I must have manifested that or something, because the minute I went into the bathroom, I just sat down. The baby was crying, right? Baby stopped crying. So I didn't even use the bathroom. I quickly pulled on whatever they put on you right after you give birth. And I ran out into the room and Jada was gone from the bassinet. The bassinet was not there. So I ran into the hallway hysterical. And I'm like, my baby, my baby. This is a true story, okay? All these YouTubers are making up these liar-ass story. I'm telling you, true story. And I saw somebody with like a robe on, like a hospital thingy. And they had their arm like that, like they could have been carrying a baby. But their back was turned to me and they were like close to the nurse's station. And so when I was screaming, my baby Marina ran over to me and she's like, calm down, calm down. Like, my baby, somebody stole my baby. And so the lady turned around and I saw right away that it was Jada. My babies always come out with a mark on them. Hi, Cousin Jay. My baby always comes out with a mark on them. Like Jory came out with a split ear. We call him oreja rajada. He had a split ear. He still has a split ear. He's weird. So we knew that was, my baby. Joshua came with one little pinprick dimple right somewhere on one of the side of his face. Little pinprick dimple right there. Jada came with two of the pinprick dimples, right? Hi, La Curly Sue, or LA Curly Sue. So the lady had my baby. So of course I snatched my baby out of her hand. Wasn't no kindness in me at that point. And Marina trying to calm me down and telling me I'm overacting because she wasn't harming the baby. The baby was crying, so she came to take care of the baby. And she was also a volunteer. F her. F Marina. F that heifer that took my baby. F all of them. Because I was going to file a report. So by then, I called for Joe to come. I said, come right away. They tried to steal our baby. Joe is right here. We're 5 minutes away. So he flew over there. By then, the priest got there. And he's trying to calm me down. And Marina over there being a whole asshole. So he told her, go away. Go away, Marina. This is her baby. You're not going to tell her how to feel. I loved him. Can I just say I loved him? He's passed away now, but I loved him. Yeah, you have to find the markers on them. Plus, you have been watching quietly for years. I'm glad you came with the bushes to say hi. We don't bite over here. We get ratchet sometimes, but we don't bite over here. Plus, my babies one baby was born with a white line going this way. The other one was born with a white line from the other way. And then Jada came with the white line in the middle. I was meant to have these three babies. That's why the other one was miscarried before Jada, right? I was meant to have these. They were a perfect puzzle put together. They're weird. My kids are really weird. So at that point, things calmed down. Marina went away. And so a nurse came in the room. And I asked the nurse, what's the baby's blood type? Because I needed to know if they needed to give me Rogam, because Joe is RH positive and I'm RH negative. And so they gave me Rogam with the first two kids and during the pregnancy of the second kid and after the miscarried baby. So I knew what my blood type was. Joe kept telling me his blood type was a different one. The correct RH, no, but a different blood type. So they should really test the baby daddy too. You know what they do? They test the baby, because you could say the baby is for a different baby daddy, right? You could lie. Shanice, we're not like family here. We are family. You did, Hazel? We are family. Shanice will swing. You know what I love about Shanice? Shanice was just like in the chat like everybody else, right? I didn't know Shanice to talk to. And we just say hi to Shanice. And somebody came for one of my kids. I don't remember who or when, but Shanice just went off. Shanice started to throw some blows. Who did they come? I think they came for Josh and his nails, right, Shanice? Oh my God, Shanice went off. I said, Shanice is good people. She gonna always be in the family. Shanice will swing a wrench in your head, even if she don't own a wrench. So anyways, the lady said that Jada was whatever blood type she was, and she was RH positive. And I said, okay, the positive is correct because the daddy's positive according to Joe. And they never did test the dad, right? I said, so how, what was her blood? B. So they said she's B positive. And I said, no, she can't be B positive. I said, because two old people can't make a B baby. I know that much. And she said, well, you know, stuff happens. She said, shit happens. Now, who's this bitch gonna tell me that shit happens? You don't know who I lay down for? Girl, you got me effed up. You really do. I said, Sidipaya, test him and test the baby. So at that point, they couldn't draw the blood from the heel no more, because, you know, they draw the blood from the heel when the baby first born. So they brought in an expert young kid working that day that was really good at drawing blood, and he put the little thing in Jada's little tiny arm. 6 people arrested for having outstanding warrants in Fontana. Ooh, that's what was happening at the train station. They waited for them to go to the train. Ooh, we should have gone nosy. They drew the blood. They tested the baby. The priest said that the wait, you know, I think he went fast. Ooh, because somebody going. No, he was really there to counsel us. And they came back within an hour and they said, oh shit, the dad's B positive, the baby's B positive. I said, so what are the boys then? Because I had them at different hospitals in LA, you know, years prior. And I said, they told me that they were O positive. So what are they? So I had to write to these hospitals because they wasn't going to do no blood tests on the boys. And so I told them I want their records. I want their birth records, their delivery records. And so they sent it to me. And it turned out that Joshua was O like me and positive like Joe. And Joey was B positive like Joe. Shit happens. Who the hell she thinks she is? You know, me and Joe get a type of way when the doctor try trolley things at us on top of, oh, you know, a man is supposed to get a bladder infection. What did you do? What did she do? Test both of us. Then you go find out what we did. We didn't do shit. They got us. And I know people lie. But we don't lie. Me and Joe been together 39 years. This year gonna make 37 years of marriage. Child, no. We ain't about that. Girl, and if they wanted more proof, we did ancestry DNA. And they all turned out to be for Joe. Even another kid popped out of nowhere saying, I knew you was my uncle because I knew that so-and-so was my daddy. He trying to say he ain't my daddy, But you show up in this thing as my uncle. Child, there's some shit we could tell about this ancestry DNA, but I can't tell it because I care about people. It's not just clicks and views. As much as I need to get in the algorithm and I need money, I'm going to get in there the honest way. I'm not going to tell that kid's story. Because at first his daddy used to claim him, and then later on the daddy stopped claiming him, and he's the spitting image of his daddy, except he's light-skinned. You know what I mean? But he's up in the ancestry DNA as them Pickney cousin and Joe nephew, and he has more. I'll tell you who it is later, cousin Jay, so you could go fast and trace his tree. The daddy ain't the daddy, but the daddy doesn't know. We don't got no shall I Pickney over here, but these people call it shall I Pickney. No shall I Pickney over here. So the kid was like so vindicated. Child, I'm telling you, some stuff go on behind ancestry DNA that I wish I could tell, because it would be a good video, because that's the video that does the best for me on my show. It's the ancestry videos. The kid was like, I knew it. I knew he was my daddy. He tried to deny me, but you come up in here as my whole uncle, not even my half uncle. DNA doesn't lie. Dana don't lie, right, Shanice? Yeah, I'll text you. I'll text you the name. He's a nice looking kid too. He's a nice looking kid. So when I tell it to my sister-in-law, she was just like, so-and-so never denied that kid. I said, he denied the kid to my face. This is not something I'm asking you. This is not alleged. He denied the kid to my face. And I asked him, why are you denying this kid now when he looked just like you? The hell? Oh, I got what you mentioned. Is you don't have to fix typo. By the way, guys, you don't have to fix typos in my chat unless I don't understand what the hell you're saying, and I'll tell you. I don't understand what that meant. Could you fix it for me? And then later on, maybe I get what you were trying to say. Don't waste your time with that. Don't waste your time with that, because sometimes you have to remove the thing to fix it or put a new one. Don't waste that. Once I got it, you guys know I got it. Yeah, it's crazy. Cousin Joe wrote a new song this morning while I was asleep. He have it on his phone and asked me to put it up on his shorts. I gotta post it to his shorts. Yeah, see if he matches. He's Joe's brother's child, so he's not no half nothing. He's Joe's full nephew. I gotta go get ready to boil my damn eggs so I can have that boiled egg. Ay, ay, ay. See, they show up as a match. See, Shanice, me and Joe have never had nobody in common. In all the years we've been together, we've never had one cousin in common. Like I could say, oh, that's my cousin, my mom's third cousin. And Joe could say, oh, that's my dad's fourth cousin. We've never had that. So when we did Ancestry DNA, it was truly a shock that we turned out to be fourth cousins or whatever. So I don't feel no connection like that. And cousin Jay is doing a search to find out how we're related. And I think we're pretty close. I think she even found out that a Greenwich was one time married to a Gabat. And my dad's mother's people, my grandmother's father was a Gabat. We don't know at what level. We're thinking it's like fourth level or fifth level up. You know what I mean? And I feel like all Belizeans will find out they're related at some point, because Belize was so small, especially back in the 1800s. Wasn't there like 1,800 people or 1,200 people living in Belize at that point? I mean, how could we not be related, right? So it's crazy. I was trying to read what cousin Jay said, but she put an emoji. Which is the emoji they can't use? Miss Lucky, which is the emoji they can't use because it'll knock me out the algorithm? Okay, I'll go post that link to Facebook. I gotta go see what is the CPM on that too. That $139 CPM kind of like got me motivated. So I'm taking a class this evening at 5 o'clock. I recorded a video outside trying to put together everything that happened over the course of this hurricane and Effie's visit and so on and so on. I hope what I recorded came out good, because that's when I got attacked by whatever them little flies were. All the flies that flew into the pool and died on contact. I think your great-grandfather, Joe Young, was my great-grandfather's Alfred, were brothers. I think so too. From what you've been discovering, I think so too. That was my mom's, was that my mom's grandfather? Because that was her dad's. That was my mom's great grandfather. So my great great grandfather. John Young was my grandfather's grandpa. He had a daughter named, that one was named Adele, right? John Young had a daughter named Adele, and Adele gave birth to Maurice, and Maurice gave birth to my mom. Had my mom. He didn't give birth. Then my mom had me. And then Adele had a sister named Adriana that was married to one of my he was married to my grandmother's my grandmother's dad. And that was the first wife. And they had 5 kids. Then she died, and my grandfather remarried, and they had 4 kids, which my grandmother's one of them. And so my grandmother's husband is cousins to my grandmother's half siblings. Oh my God, I am my own grandmother. What the hell? Wasn't that a song? I'm my own grandpa. I'm my own grandma. I know it's John. I know it's John. John Young, yeah. From Cardiff, Wales. Then people came from Wales. Oh, okay. She said me and Joe didn't have no cousin in common until her. And my cousin Cindy, my dad's niece, full-fledged niece. We have the same grandmother, same grandfather. She did Ancestry DNA, and she showed up as Joe's cousin too. So in Ancestry DNA, me and Joe are these kids' parents, but we're also these kids' cousins. Oh my God, what an embarrassment. It's weird. And then my grand uncles and my grand aunt, which are my grandmother's half siblings, they show up as, great grand uncle or great grand aunt or whatever. And they also show up as second cousin once removed, or all types of shit they show up as. Carla, you need to stop. I'm gonna beat Carla right on her kneecap. You need to stop, Carla. So coming back to Trump, do you all think he's gonna run away? What do you all think? You think he's gonna stand trial, get convicted, and serve time? Because I don't think he's gonna serve time. I think he's gonna get convicted on one of these charges. But I think America is gonna be embarrassed, and they're gonna go, we don't know where to put him. He's an American president. We can't very well lock him up in the Gen Pop. We can put everybody else's people in Gen Pop, but not ours. Is that Willie Nelson? Was it him originally though, Edmund? Or was it that guy Ray Stevens? It seems like something Ray Stevens would write. I'm my own grandpa. Look it up for me, Edmund, if you have the time. I don't think Willie Nelson did it originally, although I love me some Willie Nelson. You never thought about him running away? I didn't either, Cousin Jay. I just thought, because he's so narcissistic, that I just thought he's going to stay here and weather the storm, because he figures he's going to win and he's going to make all this go away. He has no other vision in his brain except, I'm going to win and this shit is going to go away, and I'm going to do retribution to everybody who wronged me. Because the narcissists always think you wronged them. Like what my dad did to my sister when he didn't show up for her birthday soiree. He said, you made this decision. I want to take my Skittle bitch with me, and you don't want her to go with her 3 little kids. So pretty much, I didn't make this decision. You did. You're the one that wronged me. He didn't even check on us to see if we lived or died through the hurricane. But praise God that we always survive. Because we're a survivor. Who's RN? Sarita, my darling. Originally Ray Stevens? Yes. It just sounded like something he would do. He's weird. I like him though. He's weird good. You're checking in safe. I called you yesterday. I said, you must be over there drowning. I called you yesterday before I went live. I said, Sarita, where's you at though? Yeah. He must be so pissed every time he goes on the crapper and he takes his phone to go on Truth Social. He must be so pissed when he goes, this black bitch, she thinks she gonna come for me? I'm gonna put out there that she's a whore. She's a hooker. She don't sleep with a gangbanger. And that's how he starts making up his crap. You know what I mean? Oh Lord, please don't let them do that. Heather, please don't let them do that. That's all we need. That's all we need for another conspiracy theory about who's dead from whose clones. That's what they gonna say when he's down there with Ben Salman. He gonna say he's a clone. That's what people gonna say. He's a clone. He's on some island with Biden and what's her name? Nancy. You know, there's people that believe that shit. That these people are clones and that the real people are on some island somewhere. Well, if they're clones, they don't need them no more. Kill them. You gonna call me later? Hey, I just met you. Call me, baby. Remember that song? That girl that they paid $1 bajillion for that song to be popular. Lord, I hope they don't fake his death. I don't believe that clones are real. I know that they're cloning. They clone Dolly the sheep, right? And I know they're cloning animals, but I don't believe they can clone human beings yet. I think it's coming, but I don't think they can do it yet. Thank you, Carla, darling. I very much received all y'all prayers. We don't take this for granted, you know, for it to come through us as a tropical storm. And people will say, oh, it's no stronger than other storms. It did a lot of damage. And you can't predict what these things are going to do. A hurricane is not supposed to come here point blank, period. And one came here. So how can you say can't? It's like all these other states. I feel like all these other states can have earthquakes too. They just don't know it yet. Although, Miss Lucky, I'm starting to believe that Jamie Foxx might be cloned. Shh. I didn't say that. No, I don't believe that for real. But I think Jamie Foxx is up to no good. What the hell was he sick with? I don't like people like that. Don't come to me and ask me for prayer because you sick with something or somebody you know is sick with something and you can't tell me what the hell is something is. And then when they get better, you still can't tell me what it is. No, I too nosy for that. And I'm going to tell you I'm too friggin' nosy. I need to know. When I go to graveyards, I look to see the birthday and the death day, and I do the maths, and I try to find out how young they were when they died, and I want to know what they died from. I wish they would put it on the grave. He died from cholera. She died from diphtheria. Put it on the gravestones. And you know what? Another thing they could put on people's gravestones? What recipe they were best for. They were best known for. So I could go there and get some of these recipes. Yeah, they think MJ is alive. They think Tupac's alive. They think Elvis is alive. They think all these people are still alive. Let me see what you said about Georgia, Edmond. He can't pardon himself. I know they said that. That's a good thing, huh? Oh, Heather said, when they clone you, it's like twins. They're identical, right? They have identical twins, but each person is still an individual. Child, don't clone me. But I will live long enough to get like a robot body or something. I would go for the robot body, but not the robot brain. Just the robot body part, where your back don't hurt. If you get cut or burned, you can heal right away. How did this life go so left? How did it go so left? You guys are awful. Don't encourage me with this crap. I sometimes think I would want them to clone our dog Wednesday, but I'd be scared of her. If she was a clone, I'd be scared of her because that dog creepy. That dog look into your soul. Joe, are you cooking something? Joe, are you cooking something?
No.
What's rolling?
What?
What's rolling over there? Is it the fridge? It might be the fridge. I thought you were cooking, like boiling something. They clone Cutaneous? Who's Cutaneous? But he's acting weird though, Miss Lucky. He's skinny. Well, you know, he was sick, so maybe that's why he got so skinny. But you know, when the daughter come back out and said, oh, my dad's been out of the hospital forever, what you guys talking about? I wanted to slap her because you're the one that came and told us he was sick and needed prayers, and we wasted our times to pray for him. You know, is it ever a waste of time to pray though? Maybe not, right? But we prayed for him. I did. I really did. Carla, Carla, you have to go watch. No, she got honey colored eyes. They're like the color. Oh my God, she's beautiful. Carla, go watch Donat's last video. It's called The End of Jaguar Right. My God. My God. I wanted to send it to you and just say fast forward to this point, but you have to watch the whole thing. But let me give you the backdrop so you guys can know. So there's this girl in England that's supposed to be Jamaican. I can't stand her when she come on people platform because she overtalks everybody. I think she might be a narcissist. Then she has that British accent that sounds, the one that sounds uneducated. Which one sounds uneducated? The Cockney one? And then she goes into her Jamaican accent while being in a British accent. It's annoying. It's grating on the brain. And I guess she has a lot of health conditions. I think she has Crohn's and she had something wrong with her toe. I didn't know all of this, but Donat knew. And she was on some platform with Jaguar right now. Donat and Jaguar has fallen out. And Jaguar was on the platform, and when she was shading Donat, not Jaguar, but the girl, Jaguar did not come off the platform. Now, my YouTubers that I'm friends with, Prissy P, Jovi Beauty, even Tanya TKO, I don't have her number no more, but I would, still say we're friendly. When I chat in her chat, she gives me all honor and respect and tell people to come back and watch me and so on. Donat, Choice, Ace, nobody can talk about them because I'm going to defend and protect them. They've been respectful of me. They've been kind. Whatever they know to teach me to do better with my show, they've shared it with me. I've shared with them and so on. So Jaguar Wright being friendly with Donat should have stepped off of that platform immediately when that girl started to shade Donat. But she did not, because Jaguar Wright is also a narcissist, thinking I can overtalk this girl and make my point across. So Donat got pissed. And he came and he didn't really drag Jaguar. I think he was still respectful of her. And I think he still protected her when people were saying lies about her. He still protected her. But he dragged that girl in England. Messy some shit is her name. He dragged her for filth. I had the laptop in the middle of the bed last night while I was ironing I sometimes wear all my shirts and then I have to wash them and iron them. They're cotton, so they have to iron. And I was ironing off the shoulder top after my godmother asked me, "You love them off the shoulder top?" I said, "I think I look good in them." So anywho, he dragged that girl for filth. Some people might get offended and say, "Oh, he shouldn't have talked about her illness." I say turnabout is fair play. That's how ratchet I get. When I'm done with you, I'm going to drag your illness, your baby illness, your caca granny, your bald head granny. Everybody going to get dragged down in the mud when I'm done with you. Because I'm already in a rage. Donat was in a rage. He didn't do nothing wrong. I support him. I defend him at all costs. He dragged that lady. I can't even tell you what he said about her Crohn's disease, because you all have to go watch for yourself. DONAT. That's the name of the channel. DONAT. If you can't find it, put 007 behind the name. Do not, N-O-T. But it's do not. The video is called The End of Jaguar Right. I would say watch the whole video. You guys know the backstory. You want to know who the lady is. The messy lady. She messy. And when he get in there, he started to drag them diseases. And her toe that fell off. My God, today. I have to confess I couldn't stop laughing. I laughed so hard I wake up Joe. And Joe goes, "Who my boy cussing out again?" The Joe loved or not. "Who my boy cussing out again?" I say, "Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy." And I texted him 11:30 last night. I said, "I don't know where the hell I've been. I guess preparing for this hurricane, but I just watched this video. And I agree with you. I'm not the person that's going to talk you down off of a ledge. You should know that about me. If you're in a rage, only if you're going to do something that's going to get you arrested, I'm going to stop you. But if you're in a rage and you're cussing somebody out, I'm going to be the one fanning the flames. I'm not that person to talk you off of a ledge, because I know when I'm in a rage, I don't want nobody to talk me down off of the ledge unless I'm about to get myself legally in trouble. Then you can stop me. Hold me down, do whatever you need to do to stop me. But don't come in here and say, "Oh, don't pay them no mind. Don't pay the haters no mind. Don't go down to their level." I'm that person that if you F with me, I don't just go low. I'll meet you in hell and drag you by your baby hairs. Go watch. I wish that I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna leave this one up at least for a while, and I'm gonna come put his link here. You guys have to go watch it. Give it a thumbs up. Give it a like. My God, I'm proud of him because I can't stand that woman. I can't stand. He cussed out my little sweet Teddy too. You guys know I watch Teddy, but I think he was just angry because Teddy didn't do nothing to him. I think he was just angry. Bye, Cousin Jay. Have a great day. We're going to finish this pretty soon here. Carla said, God forgive us. God need to forgive us because I laughed, and I'm going to watch it again, and I'm going to laugh again because that's what she gets for coming to F with my boy. Don't mess with my boy. I support him. I defend him. I protect him. They F'd with him. They know he gets in these rages because he's a whole cancer. He's passionate. And as passionate as he is, if somebody apologizes to him and he knows they mean it, he will forgive them. So I hope there's forgiveness for Jaguar Wright because I thought they were a good team. But if there's no forgiveness to Jaguar Wright too, I done with she too. That's how I roll. I ride with my dudes. Not the hell? Nobody could come tell me nothing against them. No, this was not just a read. This was an epic read. And I think because I knew somebody who had Crohn's and had a colostomy bag. And every time that bitch visited me, she gonna tell me my baby diaper need for change. And I lost it one day and I said, bitch, it's you. I was as awful as the nut. It's you. It's your shit bag. It's not my kids. Not my kids. They clean. Oh my God. I'm not the person to have with you in church. I'm that person that laugh in church stupidly for no reason. I'm that person that, will whisper shit to you in church to make you start laughing like an idiot. I'm no good. Sarita can tell you, I'm no good. She prayed for me daily. She have a full-time job. Bessie have a full-time job. My friend Nisa they have full-time job praying for Barbara. Look, if you guys have been entertained, send some money to the Cash App. Is the Cash App up there? It's up there. It's $ Bare Pantry Show. Girl, I got to go to Costco. I got to go buy fruits and vegetables to do this one day of this damn military diet. And I got to go eat before I start getting a headache. Hi, Marcella. You guys don't got a lot of stories. I like when we do these lives and stories just flow out of us because we funny as hell. You guys need to go watch that. If you guys need to learn how to curse somebody out, I'm going to tell Donat he needs to teach classes. I'm going to tell Donat and Troyce, y'all need to teach classes on how to drag a bitch. Call it 1-800 drag a bitch. I'm going to pay. Start at $50 a head. I'm going to put I don't even have money, but I'm going to put $50. Donat, if you're listening to this, you need to teach a class on how to drag a bitch. $50 a head. Do it through Patreon. We're going to come up in there unlisted and we're going to learn how to drag. I know how to drag people from my mom. That's who I learned from, but she dead and gone 7 years. We might have forgotten some of this stuff. Do not care. And people are like, oh my God, he went too low. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. That lady messy is messy. You have all these sicknesses and you're a whole embarrassment to yourself, then don't come for people in YouTube that can drag you. And she had a camera slip one day where she showed her face. She don't look nothing like her avatar. At least I look like my damn avatar. He used to teach you how to cuss. Oh, see, I would take classes on that. You guys know I'm awful. Would I take classes on Bible study? No, because I can study the Bible for myself. I'm one of those people that actually read the Bible. These people that come to preach to you and they Bible thump, they don't actually read it. They know, oh, the God, Leviticus says this, like, You're not supposed to be in astrology. Well, how did they read the signs to know the hurricane was coming? You're not supposed to be in Numbers. God liked Numbers so much that he gave a whole book in the Bible to name Numbers. Child, you ain't gonna tell me, you ain't telling me shit. Nothing. Oh my God, my sister told me that there's a video going around with a woman who was undying. You guys, Belizean and Caribbean people know undying means that you're dead pan dying, that death is imminent. And her one wish was to go back and sleep with her ex-boyfriend. She had a whole effing husband. Bitch, you don't believe in God or heaven or hell? Oh God, no. I wouldn't even have that in my mind. Oh my God, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. We like another one that say F you and anybody that looks like you. We like that one too. I forget who said that, was somebody on TV, and me and Jada picked up on that right away. Jada has one that she used in school too, and she told the boy, that's all right, that's okay, you're going to pump my gas someday. We used to watch Doc Martin with my mom and dad all the time. It was our thing. We'd go over there to watch. And Doc Martin cussed somebody out one time, and he said, you unctuous, platitudinizing eunuch. And Jada used that in somebody in I think in 5th grade. And oh my God, the principal called me in again, go, Jada's at it again. They never got in trouble. They never got, they knew that we were such upstanding citizens that we were just going to come home and punish our children. And he said something calling the child a eunuch. Does she know what a eunuch is? I guess, yeah. She read the Bible. She know. Her know it. You unctuous, platitudinizing eunuch. You guys remember that one? See, Shanice's been with me since day one. By the way, for those of us that was praying for Sandra, Daddy is home in Georgia with them. Daddy lived on the islands on St. Thomas. He got sick. He went to Florida. There's nothing they can do for Daddy. He's like 91, and they needed to get him to Georgia where they can take care of him. And they got him to Georgia, and they're going to give him all the love that he needs. And I'm going to speak another good 3 to 5 years over Daddy, even though he's 91 or 92. We're going to speak it. He's in his right mind. So thank you for the prayers for Sandra and her dad, okay? Yeah, we get these things off of TV. We get it from my mother. I think I would look good with short hair. What do you guys think? See, right there? I would look good with short hair, huh? Yeah, Sandra got Daddy with her. She texted me this morning. She said, girl, I didn't even know you was going through a hurricane because you know I've been going through hell over here. They had to pay $5,000 for a medical bus to drive Daddy from Florida to Georgia. And he made the trip. Thank you, God. Thank you, Jesus. Great news. Joe, can you do me a favor, sweetie? Can you find that black dinner in the back fridge and put it on the counter for me? Thank you, babe. Girl, I don't ask God for no forgiveness ever for my jokes because he the one made me like this. I knew another lady named Barbara, and I used to always beg forgiveness. I used to beg for forgiveness too much. She goes, girl, God made you like that. Just give up. Just be you. He loves you the way you are. And I truly believe that. I believe God loves me the way I am. He knows that I don't have an evil heart. He knows that I care for people deeply. And even for the people who have wronged me, I don't, that one person that I put a curse on, I didn't remove the curse, but I haven't put any more curses on her. And it's like, I don't try to do that. I don't think about these people. You live your best life. You get rich. Forget me. Don't even give me money. The people who have wronged me and I've cussed you out, don't even give me money if you get rich. God's going to bring it from somewhere else. Today, I'm taking my class at 5 o'clock in the evening. I pray to God that my internet holds up. Well, it's going to hold up because there's no more storming going on. And I'm going to take that class, take notes. I'm going to ask questions. If that man say come up on my platform, I'm going to come up on his platform. If that man, I already looked, and his program costs $50 a month. This class is free. But if you want to join his program where he can help you get better in YouTube, it's $50 a month, $49.99. I'm going to have to make feed pictures or something and put it on the feed pictures channel so that I can find the $50 a month to take this man courses, because I've already opened every window and door and peephole of opportunity that God has told me to open. And I feel that there's one of them where riches are going to come through it. I can't do those Amazon videos. $50 is too little for these damn Amazon videos to do a review of 2 things side by side. My things that I have are old and trifling. They don't even have some of these cameras no more that I have. So it's like, it is what it is. I is what I is. Right, Edmund? That's why Edmund loved me for who I am too. I used to have another guy that was like Edmund that would come through smart as a whip. His name was Terry Lyle. I miss him. I wonder if he's okay. I'm going to go look for his YouTube channel. He didn't have a channel, but he had a username, Terry Lyle. I adored Terry. Terry adored me. And when I had to cuss my mom's people out, the video is at Babs Bear Talk. It's called They Hate Me Because They Ain't Me. If you guys want to see a good cussing, go over there. It was well put together. No profanity. I sent it to Sarita, and you know Sarita's a whole saint. I sent it to Sarita, and she enjoyed it thoroughly. And when I had to cuss them out, I was kind of embarrassed, and I didn't want Terry to be mad at me. And Terry came back, and he just loved on me and supported me. And he goes, protect your mom, defend your mom at all costs. They were really wrong for what they did to you and your mom. And my mom loved that video till the day she died. That video made her smile, and I'm never taking that video down. I'm going to go download it so I can have it on my computer. That way, if YouTube ever closes that channel out, I still have it. Yeah, girl. They have a whole website where you could go put your feet pics, and they don't want to see the top of your feet. They want to see the bottom of your feet, and they want you to walk in mud. Did I say too much? See, I'm always giving away all the free stuff. Y'all go make money and bring it back to me. Carla! You guys remember what video I'm going to go and watch, right? The Knots video, the end of Jaguar, right? If you want a good cussing to like just cleanse you of all the demons that are on you and just build up your strength, get rid of all your anxiety. And he did it without sweating. He's so good at it. I'm telling you, if you suffer with anxiety and people are effing with you, go watch that video. You're not going to regret it. Do not did the damn thing. I hope you know what? I'm going to go download it. I'm going to go download it. That way, if he ever takes it down, I can play it back whenever I'm ready, just to build up my spirit. It just built up my spirit. That girl deserved the cussing she got. She really did. She really did. She came back to YouTube to cause destruction and debauchery and everything else, every D that's bad. And the next D, did not play with her. I had to text him, and he says, I really have to be a better friend to you because you support me always. I said, you've been an excellent friend. I don't require anything else from the friendship. I really don't. When he learns something new about changing the algorithm, the first person he tells is me. When he asks me for a favor, he'll tell me, this is a big ask, and if you don't want to do it, I won't be mad. No, that's a true friend, right? Because people will come ask you for favors and get mad when you don't do it, and you're like, no, I can't do that. That doesn't go with my brand. Joe, the mailman bringing something, baby. A big box. Who the fuck? Did you all send me something? Gotcha. Yes, the Jaguarite one. Thank you, mailman. See, he see the doorbell. How the hell the Amazon people don't see the doorbell? I got 2 doorbell out there, the Ring and that one. Girl, a big box came. Let's do an unboxing. Now I have to leave this video up. Thank you to everybody who's liked this video. She said, I ain't no saint. How's Tony doing? Sarita? I met Sarita because Sarita's husband told her that I'm his girlfriend. And he's such a sweet person. Who is it for? Put it right here. Is it for Josh? Josh, is it for you?
Yes.
What came? Oh, your thing. Shit, I was going to open a big box thing and they sent me something. It's Joshua who bought it. Joshua, I need for you to help. Oh, that's what I was going to ask you guys. So there's a thing that I need that I can put to the Mac laptop. I use a Mac because it doesn't crash like Windows. And so if it does crash, I don't lose what I've edited. And I can use iMovie to edit. So I use the Mac.
My Windows doesn't crash.
Your Windows don't crash?
No.
What are you using in Windows though? You're not using the Windows editing program.
No,
DaVinci. I have DaVinci on this too. But what I'm asking is they have a device that's called Elgato Camlink. It's $90 for it. I've got $50 in points towards it. And I wanted them to buy it for my birthday, but Joe misunderstood me and he bought a power bank. And I need that too. But he used some of my damn 90 points to buy the power bank, right? But he didn't do anything wrong. I really needed the power bank when the hurricane came through. And so I would put it in here. It looks like a flash drive. And then I would plug the camera into that thingy. And then it would allow me to go live using this and my good camera. And I think I can use all my cameras with it, not just the Canon cameras. Do you think I should go ahead and buy it? I need somebody to give me permission because I have an issue where I don't like to buy things. And sometimes it's things that I need. I don't even buy clothes. I don't like, I would buy things for everybody else. I'll buy for Joe and the kids and my friends in YouTube and my extended family. I'm like my sister in that regard. My sister don't buy nothing for herself, but she'll buy for everybody else. We have a problem. And I want to know, should I go buy that thing? Because I tell myself, well, you don't need it because you don't go live enough. But then that's why I don't go live enough, because I hate being trapped in a little room. I don't mind being in a room in the winter, but I want to be outside in the summer. You know what I mean? Ada Fee, what a guan, girl. He just got, hi, Tony. Sarita and her husband are really two of the nicest people I've met through doing YouTube. And I've met them. Really cool people. And the rest of Sarita family too, because they treat me like royalty. They treat me like Miss Bare Pantry. I'm going to go cook at one of Sarita's son's house. We're going to go cook over there. Heather. That's what I always love, Heather. I will always love Heather. Heather had a really good friend that used to come to the beach with her. And when Jada's fingers would seize up from playing the guitar 8 hours, she would come and massage Jada, Heather's friend. Unfortunately, she passed away during the pandemic. But I always remember her too. She was a sweetie. We met some good people. So you think I should buy it? Okay, Sarita, what are you asking? When you can come to the house? You can come to the house anytime. You can come to the house anytime. Just tell me what day you come in. It could be during the week. It could be weekends. Whenever Tony has the time to bring you, come to the house. We could cook something here too first. We could treat you as good as we treat Effie and Robbie. When Effie and Robbie come here, the red carpet get rolled the hell out. Roll out. Thank you for catching the replays. That matters too, you know, especially the new videos that I've been doing where I'm doing them more like a lifestyle, showing you this. What I'm doing right now is showing you what I'm going through until I level up, because I am going to level up. I will level up. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I am going to level up. And you guys are going to be here with me when this wave goes like that. And you're going to say, oh my God, she actually friggin' did it. After 12 years, she actually is making good money in YouTube. And I'll show you the money that I'm making too, because I don't hide the money from the IRS. I don't know why YouTubers like to hide what they're making. Because for the most part, people are not jealous of what you're making. When YouTubers come and show me they're making $126,000 a month, I'm not jealous off of that. I'm like, show me how to do that, please. Please show me how to do that, you know? I will show you what I'm making. And some people are going to be included in the blessings that I make. Child, why? You know? So you guys can come here anytime. And by the way, I'm dealing with a lower back pain, like right here in my lower left rump. I thought it was gone away yesterday, but it's back again. And it's not because we were dancing. When I was dancing, I was trying to get rid of that pain. It started earlier the day when I was doing the live in the room. It just started to hurt me out of nowhere. And so I tried to dance it away, and I thought it went away, but it's back today. Joe danced all his pain away. Sarita, Joe danced he has no pain in his body. And he goes, I need to dance more. I'm like, who to stop you? Ain't nobody stopping you from dancing, Joe. So what if I can't dance? You can dance. I gotta go see if Jada probably has to go to work. Then people don't want them to pick me home with them. They're gonna send them for music lessons still. Jada probably still has to go to work. It's not raining though. I don't feel unsafe. I don't feel like it's unsafe. Mm-hmm. Yep. So Sarita, earlier in the video, I told them the story of why we came to America. My dad said, F this noise. We went to America. Plus, my mom wanted us to come to America because when he was here, he didn't treat her like trash. When we were in Belize, he treated her like trash because that's what Belize men do for the most part. When I have one or two Belizean men come in and go, I'm not like that. I treat my wife good. I didn't say all. Majority of the Belizean men treat their wife trifling. Not my boo. Not my boo. Okay? Yeah, the sun is out here, Cali. The sun is out. Ever since this morning, it was overcast and now it's bright. That's how California is. We're going to get a whole storm and an earthquake, and the next day it's going to be bright sun again. Yeah, I told you can come anytime. You can come anytime. Ask Robbie and Effie. They got salbutes. They got picadillo. They got lemon cake. They got cold cake. They got the works. And I'm glad that I didn't give Robin nothing to drink that night, because they had a whole police check on the 19th in my city. They would have nabbed him. Yeah, there's sun everywhere. The hurricane done gone. It's already gone. Where it going after here? Is it going up to like Oregon or something? I don't know where it's going after here. I don't know. I don't know directions. All I know, it's already past us. We weathered it. We're doing well. Praise God. We didn't lose power. The flood did not come inside our house. Now we have a lot of bugs in the backyard. What the hell them bugs are, I don't know. The rooster, remember I tell you, I don't hear the rooster. The rooster and the tree chicken running around the damn backyard over there. They didn't have them in the coop. Joe peeped through the fence and saw. I thought maybe somebody called in on the rooster. So we don't know why the neighbor's son, which is Marie's stepson, was down the street with 2 suitcases and a backpack. Is they getting put out? Because I nosy as F. I'm going to call her and get the cheese, man. Then we're going to talk about it at my membership. We talk a lot of crap at the membership. You guys should join the membership. It's only like $4.99 a month at YouTube. Join for 1 month self. 1 month. Boost my little YouTube paycheck and quit the next month. No. The who? Who is it? Hazel. Drop the name. Drop the name. You know I ride with both parties right now because I'm a trifling ass. I'm a whole UDP, but when PUP call and tell me they're going to pay me to do an appearance, I'm PUP for 1 day. No, I don't. I don't get involved in the shit when they call me. Either party can call me and have me represent Belize because I'm representing Belize, not the party. Anyways. Girl, why do I whisper when it's gossip? Girl, it's just the training. Girl, I'm going to call she because she gone for yesterday. I called she. And I said, you ready for this hurricane? And she said, what hurricane, girl? Ain't gonna be nothing. I said, okay, don't come across it for no food nor water. And so, because you know I'm very, very vocal. And she said, you know, whatever the son made me forgot for his name, he's having anxiety over it. And I'm like, he should. This shit is serious. And so then she left. The car left. Me don't know where she gone. Where she gone? The school system closed. I don't know if her school system, maybe her school system is, her school district is open. I think she teaching Etiwanda. I think they open. Girl, I'm gonna text her. I said, where did you all go? Is you okay though? Maybe she went to help her mother, right? In Rancho. Next thing you know, the boy was here with a suitcase. No damn vacation. They're getting pushed. They're gonna kick the hell out. Andre Perez. Me don't know him. He's one of the new ones. Hazel? Is he one of the new ones? Is he from one of the outer district like Orange Rock or Corozal or something? I think I mostly know the one in Belize City. You know Faba is my friend, right? Faba is my good friend. I don't care when I say about Faba, I ride with Faba. I ride with Faba. And I know he not like Shine, but if Shine want to come on the show, Shine go come on the show too, but I'm not chasing after Shine. You guys know I already put out the invitation to Shine representative, and she was excited to have Shine come on my show, but she never came back with any response, and I followed up with her one time and no response, and I go, well, F all of them too. I thought they're not more important than me. They're not more important than me. You know, Faba will answer me right away. Faba is a friend to the end. Okay, she say the mistress left Belize saying she fears for his life. For his life or her life? Can you correct that one for me if I'm wrong? Hazel, the mistress fear for her life or Andre's life? And you know I'm going to look this up. And there's another scandal going on with some lady in the cycling industry, right? I got to go look up the whole storyline, so maybe we'll go talk about that next time. We'll talk Belize gossip next time. Joe, he eating over there. I don't know what he find to eat. Jordan, what you find to eat? I'm starving this poor man, and he don't need to lose no more weight. Why does it sound like soup?
What?
Why does it sound like you're eating soup? I hear a spoon clicking. It's the onion?
What?
Why do you have a spoon clicking? It's the onion sauce?
Yeah, what are you worried about?
I nosy. I never lie. Okay, so she feared for her life. You know these mistresses are trifling too, right? They will go ahead and sleep off with the man, and then when the man go cuckoo span them or the wife go cuckoo span them, they want to know how I fear for my life. Girl, I need to go hear this whole story. Child, I love scandals. I need to go hear this. And every time people in a scandal, they like to come to my show. They know I love it. Oh my God. And the mistress that Crawford too? Hazel is the mistress Belizean? Sheila Crawford? Girl, this is dirty. Mm-mm. I gotta go see. Well, at least it wasn't with any kids. That's the first thing I listen for. If it's a grown-ass person, whatever. That's what she get for laying down with a married man. And I don't like when Belizeans say, I never know the man married. Who don't know the man married? Belize is small. You know the man married. But they will come and flirt with your man right in front of your face. Mm-hmm. Gossip is part of having a lifestyle channel. Oh, see, I love some Cali. Cali chick. See, you got it. We have to get the gossips going. See, Adafi is here for it. She is here for it. She's here. I'm going to go, when I get off, I'm going to go eat my little stupid snack. What do I have to eat again now? One hard-boiled egg and a slice of toast. At this point, I might have to eat cheese instead of the hard-boiled egg because I don't got time to go boil the damn egg. But, child, I'm going to go look this thing up on the Googles and find out this whole gossip. And I'm going to ask my sister, was she here? Because sometimes she airs wired to the ground because her husband look at all Belize TV. Girl, I'm going to get this gossip. We're going to come back with another live. Once we got this gossip digested, we're going to come back with another live and we're going to talk about Andre Perez. Andre Perez. Mm-hmm. Yes, girl. Mm-hmm. There was somebody who was supposed to come back too and tell me about that old liar last Belizean boy, Andre Gray. Remember the one that said he was the inventor of everything? And I said he lied, and I said I don't know why I knew him because I think I went to school with him. We didn't go to school with him. They lived opposite my granny. When I told my Uncle Raja, they lived opposite my granny with the dad and the mom and the sister and the other twin brother. I think they were twins. And that's how I knew them. He's a whole liar. He not invent nothing. And he put all that stuff out there on Google. When you search for him, you think he's the father of invention. And there was a man that called me and told me that he needed to tell me about that guy because that guy scammed him out of money. And I said, you need to bring concrete evidence because I don't get sued for defamation and lies. I believe the man, but I needed to see receipts. When did you give him the money? Where did the receipt at? Where did he not give you? And I was going to put it out there. I don't care if he's Belizean. I was going to put it out there. But the man never came back. And I don't think the man lying. I just think the man don't have no evidence to show that he did scam him because it was probably just like, here, take this money, do this, come back, give me a dividend. I don't think it was like a check written or whatever. And I need to see evidence because I'm not going to get sued. I'm going to be the one doing the suing. You know what I mean? Anyways, guys, I got to go eat. I got to go stretch my back. I might come back later after my class. I might do that. I might come back. You know what? I'll set it up. I might, after the class is done, I'll come back way later this evening, like around 7 o'clock my time. I'm going to tell you what that man told me in that class, all right? Alleged. And alleged only works if you, okay, let's say, for instance, I'm telling a story, and I know that the story is not true, and I know that it can be proven to not be true, kind of like what these people, these MAGA people do. They're talking about the election was a fraud and that they have evidence that it was fraud. And they know that there was no fraud going on in the elections, at least not to the point that it would change the election, because whenever people vote twice, it's always Republican voting twice. Democrats don't even want to vote once. You have to beg them to vote, right? So they know that it's not true. It's been proven that it's not true. And they keep saying it. Even if they say alleged, they can still be sued for defamation. You know what I mean? Or they're going to get caught up in these kind of charges these 18 are caught up with, you know, when they actually do something to try to say that it's fraud, right? So alleged don't always work. So that's why I'm like, show me the evidence. Show me the receipt where you gave him the money. Show me where he didn't give you what he said he was going to give you. It was some invention. But I believe the man. I believe the man wholeheartedly that Andre scammed him. But I don't have any proof, so I'm going to say allege. Andre allegedly scammed him. All right? Uncut with Jules Vasquez on Wednesday, available on YouTube and Facebook. Oh shit! Thank you for the info, girl. I'm gonna go look for that right now and follow, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Okay, Uncut with Jules Vasquez. Oh, let me call my sister. Thank you, Hazel. We're gonna come back later though when I done learn today. Okay. Bye, lovely people. Thank you for the prayers. We're good. Bye.